Indisputable exclusive. Black male business owner arrested by deputies in Texas on his own property because he told them to leave. Here's the video.
But I ain't did nothing wrong.
That's fine. Like I said, we're just out here checking.
What are you checking on? What are y'all?
Hey,
what the kind
I'm talking to you. I already told you.
You told me what?
At this point,
Over here. Over here. Over here, you're getting put in handcuffs. It's the last time I'm going to tell you. Listen to the sergeant. I'm not going to tell you again.
Like I said, dude.
Yeah, okay. You was gonna run wrong. Not me. You got in the turn lane too fast.
Hey, over here.
You ain't gotta do all this.
No reason for it.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing.
Not now.
No, I ain't. I'm standing on my porch. I left. And you. I need a doctor. I need a nurse. I need an ambulance. I got little rods in my spine, and you just said, I need a nurse. I need an ambulance. You calling an ambulance?
You don't need all this right now.
Calling an ambulance. Oh, weird.
After he was slammed, there's another deputy that decided to do this. Here it is.
Sergeant, I need to lock up my business. I need to lock up my business. They say they can't get it.
Just so you know, I'm personally going to come back and take you to jail. So remember me.
You call me, I'll come down.
Okay. I'll just.
Y'all got my number.
No, it's a courtesy ride. It's a courtesy ride.
I'll come down there and get a jail.
I'll come say hi myself.
That's fine.
Okay.
What's that supposed to mean, man?
It means I'm going to come take you to jail.
So, but what's that supposed to mean?
When the warrants get issued.
What's that they not supposed to mean?
You're not listening.
But I mean, I'm asking him a question, but he just said that he's supposed to
How do you hearing and everything, okay? I got a problem.
You sure he needs a stretcher? He's standing just fine.
Put up the picture full mass. Once again, this is an indisputable exclusive. A business owner in Texas was arrested after he requested deputies looking for another man to leave his auto lot as he attempted to walk away on his own property, because you can do that when you're not under arrest. Walks away, and then they place him under arrest. He's a 59-year-old black male slammed into an SUV. He then requests an ambulance. Ector County Sheriff's Deputy Patrick Gillis taunts and threatens the business owner. I'm gonna take you to jail myself. It's a damn shame. Here's the man, Dennis Roberson, who stood on his porch as sheriff deputies asked him to step aside. Roberson says Ector County Sheriff deputies rushed to his used auto lot after they received a tip that a separate man was driving erratically. He had nothing to do with that. Roberson, who was not involved with the man's driving incident, requested that the deputies conduct their investigation off of his property. Let me pause here just for a moment. Keep that picture up. He is not only well within his rights to say that, he is demonstrating a constitutional dynamic. If the officers need to go upon private property in order to arrest an individual or to engage in investigation, they can get a warrant to do so. That's what judges are for. That's what they sign. And because of technology, you can get a damn warrant in 5 minutes. In the body cam, Deputy Gillis asked him to step off of his porch. When Roberson turns to go inside his office, he grabs him and handcuffs him. Now, some people will say, well, wait a minute, that was resisting. No, it wasn't. That was not resisting. He was not under arrest. You can walk away from the police. You can. Legally, they don't want you to do it. They get upset. They take it personal. They really get mad when you know the law and you try to remind them of it. Isn't it perverted that individuals who sign up to be law enforcement officers do not love the law? They get mad when you know it. That's insane. Here's a photo of Deputy Patrick Gillis. Roberson was circulating around the neighborhood to complain about the deputy. We have it as well, okay? Roberson did file a complaint due to his treatment. This was back in October of 2021. It reads in part, I told him I was hurt and needed an ambulance. He still wanted to argue. So I told them I will call the ambulance myself. Then one of the deputies grabbed my phone from my hand and threw it. It hit the windshield of the SUV, causing a small crack. I am totally blind in my right eye and have metal rods in my back. And I'm handcuffed. I'm a handicapped, old man. And he slammed me to the ground, hurting me. Also, the tall white deputy stated he was coming with me personally. So now I am in fear of my safety and from the deputies. Who would not be in fear of a statement like that? You know, first of all, you're being arrested for absolutely nothing. They're on your property. You tried to invoke your rights. They ignored them. They're putting on arrest. They're throwing your cell phone. And then they're saying things like, and I'm going to take you to jail myself. That's some scary stuff. That's what it was meant to be, intimidating to a 60-year-old black man. Put up the picture of the attorney. Here is one of Mr. Robertson's attorneys. His name is Roderick Van Daniel from Birmingham, Alabama. He gave this statement about the case directly to Indisputable. He says, and I quote, on October 3rd, 2021, Mr. Dennis Roberson was unlawfully arrested and subjected to excessive and unlawful force by deputies of the Ector County Sheriff's Office, all while on his own property and place of business. He continued, notably, when Mr. Roberson was attempting to call 911 after he sustained serious bodily injuries, a deputy grabbed his cell phone from him and threw it, causing damage to the phone and his business vehicle. Owning a business while black is not a crime. Not in Ector County, not Texas, and not in the United States of America, the attorney says. Another attorney representing Mr. Roberson also cited us Supreme Court case, United States versus Sharp, which state, of course, flight alone and not give rise to probable cause. It must be coupled with pre-existing reasonable and articulable suspicion. To everyone who wants to say, well, when he turned around, he was somehow breaking the law. Not according to the United States Supreme Court. He's not breaking the law because he was not being detained. He was not being detained because they had no reasonable nor articulable suspicion he ever committed a crime. As a matter of fact, they knew good and damn well he committed no crime. They just did not like a black man telling them, get off of my property. Here's the sheriff, put him up. The sheriff is Michael Griffiths. Roberson said Ector County DA never charged him for interfering with their investigation. Well, good for the DA. All right, Rickey, you see exactly what this is. You know what the point was they were trying to make, trying to just put a black man in his place, tried to flip his life upside down in the process. Thoughts?
Yeah, first of all, to talk to the man like he was a kid.
Yeah.
Whatever, that man's probably old enough to be his grandfather, and for him to be speaking to a man that's 60 years old like that, and he has a right to ask him to leave the property. And a lot of these police officers need to take a class or some kind of psychology classes or whatever, where they can learn how to deal and communicate with people and not take things personal. And the fact the way he treated him and slammed him down on the ground, and it looked like he turned his camera off or something. I saw something happen with the camera or whatever, and then just the whole condescending tone that he talked to that man just absolutely no respect. Nobody have to talk to the police, and if you don't have a search warrant or whatever, and walk away, and you ask, and the man asks the police to leave his property, they're supposed to leave, and that's why this George Floyd bill is so important. And that officer need to be fired. He need to be fired for the threats alone. Because our police officers are public servants, and that's just absolutely terrible. And it's funny because we catching these cases on camera. Just imagine the things that we don't see.
Yeah, that's right. The things that we don't see, the things that are hidden better, right?